with the drafting process, it's very important to be gentle with young kids and to not have them go for too long at a time, to give them short sessions and to help them feel the excitement of like, wow, you wrote 3 sentences. Looks great. I'm excited. Like, I can't wait to see what happens next. Because in the drafting process, that part is its own challenge for every writer, to start at the beginning of the story, and then really the writer is climbing the mountain with the characters sentence by sentence and having to do the work to produce all of the ideas. And so as the parent, our role is to be the cheerleader through that process. We don't want to do correcting of spelling at this point. We don't want to do correcting of grammar. We're just cheering for them to say, you can do it, keep going, keep writing the story. I want to see what happens next. And that's going to give them the confidence and the support that they need to keep on going until the end. And it will most likely take multiple sessions to go through a story like this. My students usually do a project like this over a period of 4 sessions, usually 1 hour each, to do the prep work and all of the drafting. And so that's, you can kind of sense your time frame and budget out accordingly.
I see. So the draft, so each of them takes 1 hour?
No, these are usually completed, all 3 of them in 1 hour. And then the draft will take multiple hours. Maybe I don't usually have them sit for 1 hour at a time to do the draft. That is more like 15 minutes, 30 minutes if they have longer stamina. And then, so spaced out over time.
I see. And each draft can be just a few sentences, or how does it work?
So for each scene, like I usually have each scene be 4 or 5 sentences at the 2nd grade level. If you're going younger, then you can go fewer. If you're going older, you can go up to like 8 or 10 sentences. But that's kind of a gauge. And so in this section, they're going to take their plot mountain and plan it out for their particular character and their particular phase of events.
Very cool, very cool. Yay.
This last one is a skill that helps them work with that climax moment in their story. Like right at the top of the mountain, we really want that part of the story to feel a sense of excitement. And so in this one, you can guide them through brainstorming, like what it's like to draw out the suspense. So it says, in these 3 boxes below, draw your character going through a suspenseful moment in scene 4 of your story. Maybe it's your character reaching way up high to try to grab something that they need, or maybe it's your character opening a door and not knowing what's inside. And whatever that action is, whatever that event is, the panels break it down into 3 parts. So, and I have them draw out like, okay, first here the door is closed in the first one. Now the door is a little bit open. And then now the door is all the way open and you see what's inside. And then for each of those panels, that becomes 1 sentence of their writing, so that they're able to describe little by little and show the feeling of excitement. And you make the reader wait to find out what happens.
That's cool. That's the climax part, huh?
Mm-hmm. That happens in scene 4.
That's so cool. All right. Very good, very good. So, and then multiple drafts. So each draft is like completed, or just want to double check. So each draft can be just scene 1 or scene 2, depends on if they're tired or not.
Yeah, for each session, don't take it too far. Just do 1 scene at a time is totally fine. And then once they get all the way to the end of scene 5, I like to have them go and then do 1 revision of their story. That's when you can say like, oh, did you spell the words correctly? Did you remember your capital letters at the beginning of your sentences? And make any changes that you want to do to kind of polish it. But also the revision part of the process is a chance for them to reread their own work. For us as adults, it's very easy and fast to read a child's story. And so we forget that for them, it's not easy to reread their own story. And so to go through that process with them and reread scene one, remember how you said this? Oh, that was a fun part. And then reread each scene and celebrate with them that they've been through that.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So how many revision usually?
Usually just one, because for young kids, any more than one revision, it starts to feel like it's too critical. Like they start feeling like, oh, I did a bad job, like I did something wrong. And then you don't want to leave them with that flavor in their mind. You want to leave them with a feeling of like, yeah, I did such a good job, I want to do it again. And so on the next time through, they write another story. That's when they can keep on learning and keep on practicing their skills.
That's great. So for drafting, so don't worry about those misspelling.
Yeah, don't worry about that yet. Those are other skills to be practiced at other times. And for this part, it's really about the creative process, and it's about helping them to fill the story from the beginning to the end.
I see. So for the time frame overall, from the very beginning to like the revision, usually spend how many weeks you think you would recommend children, like not spending too much time in one sitting?
Yeah, I usually do it over a period of 5 weeks, and that's just meeting once per week. But if you do more sessions, then of course you can complete it faster. But if you're doing about, like 30 minutes a day, 45 minutes a day, then yeah, expect it to go for about 5 of those sessions.
That sounds terrific. I'm sure children will love it. And thank you for all the information.
Sure, yeah. Happy to help.
Thank you.